soda do I have with me today? What types of sodas do I have?
Diet Coke and a Coke.
Diet Coke and a Coke? And what do you think will happen when I put the Coke in the water? Do you think it'll float or sink?
Sink.
Think it'll sink?
I think it'll float.
You think it'll float? What about the Diet Coke?
Sink.
You think it'll sink? What do you think?
Sink.
Sink? Alright, I'm going to put it in the water and I want you all to watch what happens. What happened?
The Diet Coke floated, but the Coke sank.
The Diet Coke floated and the Coke sank? Why do you think that happened?
Because the Coke has sugar in it, but the Diet Coke doesn't.
You think the Coke has sugar in it, but the Diet Coke doesn't? That's correct. And what do you think this is called? We talked about it before.
Density.
Density. So because the Coke has sugar in it, it makes it more dense than water. And the Diet Coke is less dense, so it floats. Let's draw that. So where am I going to draw the Diet Coke? This was before. Here's the Coke, the Diet Coke in our container of water. Where would it be in here? What happened?
On top,
It floats on top. So let's do that. And where did the Coke go? Can you tell me?
the bottom.
The bottom, because it sank. Because we talked about it is more dense. So let's take a look at the molecules of something that is more dense or denser and less dense. When something is really dense, the molecules are packed tightly together. And when something is less dense, the molecules are spread apart. See? So what did we learn from seeing the Coke and the Diet Coke?
The Coke is more dense than the Diet
And when an object is more dense,
Coke.
it sinks. When an object is less dense, what happens?
It floats.
It floats. Where do we see this in the real world today? Where do you think? Let's talk about it to each other, and then get back together, and I'll ask y'all. Okay. What did you guys think? Where do you think we saw this in the real world? Where do you think we see it?
A boat
A boat?
floating on top of water.
That's correct. Where else?
Ice cube.
Ice cubes. Why do you think ice cubes?
Because ice is a solid form of water.
And it's more dense
Well,
or less
less
dense?
dense.
It's less dense. It's less dense, so it goes to the top. So let's look at the learning cycle and let's write down exploration is what we observed. So what did we observe today?
That the Diet Coke floats and the Coke sinks.
And what is the concept that we learned from that? What did we think that was called? When something is more dense or denser, it sinks. Something is less dense, it floats, right? So what did we learn today? Density. And what did we talk about that was in the Coke that made it more dense?
Sugar.
are some of the examples that you guys came up with of where we saw this in the real world?
Oh,
Roads.